Hi Aries, beautiful, my beautiful, beautiful Aries. A waterfall blessings to you. I hope everything is going well. We're gonna do a reading focus on your energy for the next 2 weeks. Remember that this is a general reading, so not everything is gonna be for you, but a lot of it's gonna be for you. I want you to take a deep breath and think of situations that are bothering you or situations you need clarification on. Let's make sure we bring your guides close to us right now. Let's make sure we connect with their good energy. They have a lot to say to you. And what you can't see, we're going to review now, Aries. So once again, a waterfall blessings to you, to your loved ones, to your pets, and to this beautiful, beautiful energy that guides you in this earthly journey that's so full of challenges here. Aries, okay, so I just drew some cards for you, and we have the Knight of Swords upright. I also have the beautiful Strength card. And we also have a Three of Wands. So what a beautiful combination. Beautiful, Aries. What a great way to start the reading. I personally love the Knight of Swords because he is a knight that moves fast. There's great momentum here for you in this next 2 weeks. So something about a decision or a message that you've been waiting for, or a message you want to send out to someone, perhaps because we have this Three of Wands here, and these people, see how they're envisioning here a journey somewhere, the future. There's definitely something new coming in. So either you're going to apply for a job here, or you're going to have a conversation that you've been putting off with someone, Aries. I would say here that you're very focused on a destination here, but your strength really lies on the details. And I know that's pretty, abstract for now, but we're going to continue the reading, and I think it's going to be clarified. I'm sure it has, hit home to some of you. The strength here, perhaps, as I said, it slows the Knight of Swords some. So instead of getting to this destination here that the Three of Wands is bringing, in a way that you imagine, and also in a way you never imagined, you're going to get more than you asked for, Aries. That's what I see here. It seems like you've been tested recently, but you're coming out of something like a trial. You're coming out of it more like stronger, more resilient. And the next 2 weeks, you're going to reflect upon how strong you are, and everything that you can accomplish in your life. It's almost like someone underestimated you, and they're also going to see how much in the strength you have. So Aries, if you're having doubts about yourself, these next 2 weeks are just gonna change your opinion of your talents and your ability. Yeah, I really want you to focus on getting along with people. You see how the Strength card, strength comes through gentleness. So being gentle to the beast, do you see it? That's how you're going to calm people down. Even though the Knight of Swords wants to come in and sort of just like spear everybody, the Strength card says, wait, slow down. How about some kindness? How about some empathy? Because those will help you get here faster. Those will help you go beyond your dreams, beyond what you can see, Aries. That's what Spirit is cautioning you to do here. The Three of Wands is like an expansion card. So again, if you can't see beyond your current circumstances and see what's possible, I want you to connect to higher spirit, because higher spirit can broaden your mind and your imagination and help you set new goals for yourself. So whatever you've been planning and working on is going to show real potential. So make sure, Aries, if you're not working on anything new, if you don't have a project, if you don't have your eyes on maybe a new relationship here for some of you, this is the time to set a goal and go after it, because this is a very good time to do that. The universe is on your side. So if you're single, someone could enter very quickly too, or look, our Knight of Swords here. Or maybe, someone who's distant, look, someone abroad, someone in a different city, or someone you haven't seen for a long time. They're thinking of you too. So maybe you're going to reconnect. Or maybe you're going to meet someone outside your usual environment through travel maybe, or maybe online, right? Now it's the easiest way to travel now. It's for social media, online apps. So think of all that. See what you're willing to put your energy into, because whatever you put your energy into, again, these next 2 weeks you're gonna get something back. There's an excellent energy here, I see, for work, like for interviews, for negotiations, again, for launching a project. And, you really want to ask for what you're worth here. There's something about credibility here. Again, the Strength card shows that, you have talent, you have knowledge to share. And the Three of Wands talks about maybe reaching a wider audience, right? Because it's, they're looking beyond what they already have. So expand your network. Your future is expanding, Aries, that's for sure. You have to trust yourself, okay? Act with confidence. Don't let fear convince you to stay, in a place you already outgrown, or with somebody you already outgrown, or even your thoughts. I mean, maybe there's a different way of looking at life. You need to explore that. So let's keep going here. And see what's in store for you. Take a deep breath, Aries. What is it? What is it that's tugging at you? Okay. So let me pull some cards because they don't want to come out. Let's see. Guess who this is? The King of Swords. So we went from a Knight of Swords to King of Swords. And now we have a Queen of Wands reversed. And we have the Lovers reversed. All right, so let's look at this combination. King of Swords reverse. I'm sorry, King of Swords upright. And he came after the Knight of Swords. So I would say you're going to go from this, urge to act to acting with confidence and with reasoning. And the Queen of Wands here, reversed, she's asking you to, show your charisma, show who you are, but hold back on, again, on showing off. One thing is to present what you have, what's good in situations, and your knowledge and, your talents. And that's different from, to just talking about yourself and only thinking about yourself. And is that making sense to you? I hope it does, because that's what it is here. I want you to understand that there's so much more for you. But what's being suggested here, that you really have to change the way you're thinking of conquering these victories for yourself. So there's a progression here, and this is what's amazing to me, You're eager to charge ahead, but you have to mature your approach. Does that make sense? You go from a knight to a king. So you step into wisdom, strategy. You have a clear sense of decision making. That's what needs to be developed here. If you're thinking before you act. So because of that, people are gonna respect you more. They're gonna trust your judgment more. Aries has a tendency to be very impulsive because you have so much energy and you kind of want to act on it, but this is urging you against that. So dim your light a little bit. The Queen of Wands, it's like a reverse. You're naturally magnetic. People notice you, Aries, but be mindful of how you present yourself. Okay? So one thing is, again, to confidently share your talents, your accomplishments, your ideas. But another thing is letting your actions speak as loudly as your words. You understand? I think that's what it is. So actions speak louder than words. Okay? So again, the Strength card, it's like the confidence you have in Aries is tremendous. It's amazing. It opens the doors for you. It does. It's your superpower. But humility is what keeps those doors open, and it's what makes you ease through those doors and conquer the territory beyond them. Okay? Hope that's making sense. So instead of suppressing your fire here, we're gonna refine it. Okay? You're gonna refine your superpower here. And I know you can, Aries. I know you understand what I'm saying. So it's the Lovers here, it's always about choices and alignment, and there's decisions to be made. And the Lovers reverse says don't rush into that decision. If the Lovers were upright, I would say, okay, make a decision right away, but it's not. So you kind of have to remind yourself to think logically. So not every opportunity, Aries, is your opportunity. There's a million things to be done in this world, but sometimes loving yourself is saying no to something that's just attractive and saying yes to something that's truly aligned with yourself. So I think this is especially true in the realm of relationships here. So somebody, could really rock your world, but is that what you want? Or do you want to be in a peaceful state of mind? Do you want to have someone solid, a true partner? And they could also rock your world, but you know what I mean. Different, right? Slowly, steadily. Constant. Someone constant, not somebody who rocks your world, seduces you and then disappears, or starts cheating, or you realize, it's a horrible scenario. I don't even want to go there. I know what I'm talking about. Aries has a lot of experience when it comes to people in general. You guys like to interact. You like to see what's out there. All right, so let's draw a couple more cards here. 5 of Water. Something about loss. Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is really about relationships here. Okay, so we enter the realm of your heart, Aries. So the cards again are 5 of Water. And then we have the Mother of Water reversed. And then we have the 8 of Fire. And let's see the progression of the cards here. So you come, we spoke about not rushing to decisions. It seems like some of you, because of this 5 of Water talks about loss, are you still grieving something? Like a missed opportunity, a disappointment. Or maybe you're thinking that your life could look much different now. I mean, your life right now is different from what you thought it was going to be. So there's a sadness here. but the Spirit is saying that your feelings are valid, but don't become so focused on what you have missed and miss what's available to you right now. And Aries, I totally understand how you feel. I strongly sympathize and empathize, and I really want you to again take a deep breath and let it go. Let the water flow. Let those emotions flow. Cry if you need to. Speak to someone about your loss if you need to. Go to a church, go to a temple, talk to a therapist, talk to a good friend, and ask them to listen. But, be truthful. Be truthful about your loss. Is it always somebody else's fault, or are you also grieving your actions? I'm not trying to be hard on you, but, it's just so easy for us to always be, play the victim. And until we stop doing that, things are just going to repeat themselves. And I'm saying that to you, I'm saying that to me, and I'm saying that to everybody else. Just here, the Queen of Cups here reversed talks about your emotional energy. So maybe you're giving too much of yourselves and you're not receiving a lot in return. Or maybe that's what happened before with somebody else. It's like you're bottling up your feelings until that's when they overflow. So you're not... It's like there's this sadness, there's this emptiness, and you're not letting that show, or you're being so strong. And sometimes it's okay to acknowledge that things are not the way you'd like them to be. So you have to nurture yourself here. Okay, Aries, take care of yourself. If you do that, if you take care of all this water, and water means emotions, okay? And you think of what's next, and there's Eight of Fire, there's insight, and there's a great, there's movement here, that there's a change. So there's like a fast, Eight of Fire is like, it's Eight of Wands, so there's like, all these wands moving in one direction, fast, and once you process your emotions, things will begin to speed up. So messages will arrive, you meet new people, plans move forward, delays begin to lift. You can even like travel somewhere or receive some exciting news. So I see a lot of healing here for you, Aries. I see you becoming a new person. I see you maturing a lot, and in these next 2 weeks, I want you to enjoy life and to allow yourself to be yourself. More water for you. So there's a page of water reversed here. Why are we closing this reading with a page of water reversed? Okay, so a Page of Cups is usually somebody who's very sensitive, and they have a lot of romance inside of them, a lot of love for life, for nature. Look how beautiful this card is. So somebody who inspires love, inspires romance. But again, there's this sort of like emotional insecurity, this Page of Water reversed. There's like an unrealistic expectation. So Aries, if you're with someone, or if you're thinking about a relationship that's over, so let's change the way I put things before, the way I phrased them. It's not your actions that were wrong, but your expectations towards what was going on, they were not realistic. So you can't wait for someone else to validate you. I think the cards here are saying that you really have to stop looking outside yourself for reassurance. That's why, boasting about your accomplishments is not going to help you. you know, not everybody communicates as openly as you like. You're still going to be dealing with people here that are going to make you feel insecure emotionally. A lot of people are, you know, are just not ready to give as much as you give. So this is almost like the universe saying here, you come this far, you know, don't let just one scenario, one person, you know, don't let them like pull you back into old patterns, okay? So maybe you're advancing here and all of a sudden you're going to stumble into somebody that's going to piss you off, and that's going to do something, not pay you, or not call you, or not be interested in you, pretend they weren't and they're not, or they're married, or I don't know, but you just don't let that upset you. That's one thing here. That's one external factor here that I see that could throw you off after all this work here, all this hard work that we talked about that you're going to do to better your life. So trust your judgment, okay? Trust your inner strength. And remember that your future, Aries, is not determined by just one thing, or, okay? This is like a gentle reminder that it's like there's not a negative ending here. There's like an arc of, there's a progression here. And ignore this page. Ignore your side that doesn't communicate well. Now I want to talk about you, because this could be somebody else, but also be used. So you could be tempted to going back to being, you know, this impulsive being that doesn't communicate well, just wants to get what you want and, you know, get out of there and whatever, and let's move on, and okay, I proved myself, so that's it. No. Use logic here and use long-term thinking, okay? Is this good for me long-term? Is this good for everybody long-term? Aries, I think this was a beautiful reading. It's a cautionary reading, but I think it's going to help you a lot in the next 2 weeks. If you want to expand the reading, my personal contact is in the description. We could do a 30, a 60, you know, one question reading. There's something for every budget there. So contact me if you're interested. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I send a waterfall blessings to you. Big kiss to you. God bless. I'll see you next time.